We're here with Ty and Jeremy, and I'm Tim, and we're about to build this sweet Suburban.
So today I am dropping off a 2004 Chevy Suburban Z71, and we are going to, or they're going to convert it into a camper vehicle. And so I've actually had a lot of people ask me, why a Suburban? Why not a van? And you know, I've always just had this vision for a Suburban. I wanted something that could go anywhere off-road, just anywhere that I like to camp, and then you know, something that's maybe a little bit more discreet. So, you know, if I'm parking it on the street or just parking it in a parking lot, you know, no one's ever gonna kind of think that there's somewhere camped out in here. So we've already mapped out, you know, pretty good design, and I don't know if you guys want to, you know, talk about that a little bit, what we're gonna do.
Let's do it. Here's what it looks like so far, before anything's been done. All the plastic is still in it. This is just a piece of plywood sitting there. The outside, it's got a little rock on top.
And all, you know, and when I first bought this, I took out the seats right away, and for about the last year and a half, I've just had a bed in the back, and then had some totes, all my camping totes, and it was pretty, you know, decent setup. But I spent 5 weeks in it, camping out down in New Mexico and Arizona, and I knew I needed something a little bit more functional. One of the requests here was that it sleeps 2 people, and not necessarily side by side. So we've talked about having a bed, you know, 2 beds that kind of fold down from the sides here.
Yeah, and then we're going to take this headliner out. We're going to put a ceiling in there, probably a wood ceiling of some sort. Over here is going to be a kitchen sink, and then a little refrigerator. The seat, passenger seat, is going to be on a swivel. We're going to take that middle console out there.
And then as far as a cooking setup, we talked about having something slide out from the back. So the functionality is, if we need to, we could cook inside, because we'll have a 2-way fan in the ceiling, but then something that can slide, and then that it will actually lift out if I need.
Right. So yeah, that's going to be the basics of the build right there. It's going to be a sweet little ride. Whoops. Right now we just got bricks. Everything up.
Yeah, pretty basic right now.
Basic.
But I'm just excited to see what you guys can do with it.
So stay tuned, and we will keep you informed.
All right, peace.
Peace. Hey guys, Tim Custom. We just finished off this 2004 Chevy Suburban. We had a customer that wanted a full camper build out in here. He takes it on long adventures, 4x. You can see how dirty it is. He definitely takes it out and 4x's it. So he wanted to be able to live in this thing for a couple of weeks at a time, 2 to 3 weeks, and have everything just work, and he doesn't have to go into town or do anything. So let's take a look at the build. Alright, so you heard me right. We just did a 2004 Suburban. We basically made a camper van out of a Suburban, which you don't see very often, if at all. I've actually found a few of these on the internet, and I did a lot of research. So putting all this storage and just everything the customer wanted into such a tight space, a small space, was a big challenge for us, and just took quite a bit of learning and figuring out, and a lot of brain power to try to figure out a way to do this. So as you can see here, we got garages on both sides that match. We tried to access this all the way to the back of the truck, give plenty of room. We got the hinges on there. We also have a propane tank, full-size propane tank. That's what he wanted, because again, he takes this out for weeks at a time, so he did not want a small tank or the little green tanks. He wanted a full propane tank, which was fine. We were able to fit it in here, barely. You can see like the tolerances are super small. And there's also, you know, this cable goes to the front truck, and then there's another cable here to access the back one here. And so whatever he's doing with the cooktop there, he can access from both points. And also we have 2 AGM batteries in there, and again, that's powering the entire truck, except for the starter engine. That's powering the fan, the refrigerator, all the lights, everything with the build itself. So, and then we have 3 storage places underneath here. I'll show you this. They're not very big. They're only about 2.5 inches deep. So, not the deepest thing ever, but it does give them some access there. And the reason we kept that so small was because he wanted to be able to sit in here, Indian style, doing something and not hit the top of his head on the ceiling. So we didn't want to make this too tall, because by doing so he would just be crouched in there all the time. He's a tall guy. The guy who owns this truck is 6'3". He wanted to be able to sit in there comfortably, not have to, you know, scrunch over or anything. So this is about as tall as we could possibly get it without his head hitting anything, including the cushions there too. So then you got 2 open storages on both sides. No door on that. Just we did the gray accents in there with some gray cloth, and it also has LED lighting underneath, so it lights up both those areas. And then some storage up top on both sides, and storage in the middle there for some clothes or whatever he wants to put in there. But that's we actually put a lot of storage in this thing. I was kind of blown away by how much we really got in here with how much time. The outside here is done in gray leather, and we just tried to match what the truck already had. The truck interior was already gray, so we tried to match that to just kind of make it look more consistent. In here we have 3 drawers. This is just for storage. This one is also storage, but this one also acts as a place for that gas cooktop to pop out of that countertop, fit it in here, take this line right here for the gas line to the propane, hook it through this hole, hook up the propane tank, and then you can cook anything out here, especially if it's cooking something that's smoky, burgers or steaks. You can cook it outside and not inside the truck where it would just cause, you know, smoke and all that kind of stuff. So we try to give him 2 places he could cook at, depending on how cold it is or if it's raining outside or whatever. So if it's bad weather, obviously he can do some cooking in there. It's not a problem. So also he's got some storage in here. So these are storage areas for clothes and just stuff he brings with him for camping. We have the open storage on both ends here that have LED lighting up in the top, so it does glow down and looks pretty cool. Some smaller storage up on top here, and some LEDs so he can charge his phone. Both sides, if there's 2 people, both people can charge their phones and just leave them inside here. We thought that was kind of handy to have. Another thing too is the speakers. You wanted the speakers to be back here, so he had some music and stuff. So we tried to integrate that back in from the original, the way the truck originally had it. So yeah, we were able to put a lot of storage in this thing, given the space that we had and what we had to work with. So it's pretty incredible. Okay, so moving on, we have the kitchen, and this kitchen is bigger than most kitchens you find in Suburbans, but we were able to fit all the things that he would need for camping, like a sink, the gas stove, refrigerator with freezer. That's what one of his requests was. He wanted a freezer, so he didn't have to buy ice. A little bit of storage. He's got a switch plate here. He's got his table, and he also wanted a swivel seat so he could be able to have some room and just sit comfortably when he was hanging out, and put his laptop up here, do some work. So let's just take a look. Here's the swivel seat I was talking about. He wanted it to be able to turn around, which the original seat was just too large, given the spindle console here and how close it was to the door. So we bought this seat. This is an aftermarket seat. We got the same color, and we built this frame down here. We were able to modify it so it can turn all the way around, no problem. It doesn't hit anything, and then he can work from his table, sit here comfortably, and do his things. So that was an awesome thing to get into this truck. Especially, you don't see swivel seats in Suburbans very often, if ever. So that was quite the accomplishment getting this done. right, and another thing we did was all the lighting. He requested, lights up on top, obviously. So we were able to put some 6 LEDs in the top of this thing. And we have some under cabinet lighting here and inside the 2 areas, inside the open areas there. We also have lighting in the back, which I can turn all this on, show you. So here's your 4 lights for the back. This is when he puts the hatch up, there's a big tent that comes with this. And when he puts that on, he can light up the whole tent if he wants to. Especially at night, it'd be more than enough light. In here you have LEDs. You can see they're green right now. At night they glow awesome. There's some up also in here. There's some on the floor over there. So, and there's also some inside the cabinet. So when he opens them up, it actually lights up the area that he needs to work inside of. So there's LEDs in here too, and all inside all the cabinets. So at night you have tons of light. She should be able to just see everything he wants to. So it's a great addition for this thing. And one of the last things I want to talk about is this alder ceiling that I put in. It's one of my favorite things on the build, just because it adds so much contrast to this. And it's basically 3-inch planks of 3/4-inch alder, stained, and it also contours to the front headliner up there, so it kind of matches the, I don't know what you want to call it, the contourness of the other ceiling. But we had to do that because he has a sunroof in there, and that sunroof comes back, so we couldn't take the entire headliner out. We had to integrate it somehow, and so this is what we came up with. So let's take a look. So I just showed you all the cool stuff in there, and you're probably wondering where everything is hidden at and how you access all this stuff. So let's get a little more technical, and I'll show you how you get to all this. So I try to make it as easy as possible. You just open one door, the car door, and you can get your water tank and your gray water tank. You can access all your fuse panels through here. Let's just take a look at that in this box here. He's got this pump there. He's got all the tubes. Basically everything you need to get to access the electrical or the water, you can get to from right here.